Okay, so if you'd like to use some blocks today. Otherwise, we're going to be seated on the ground. I'm going to show you a couple of options. If you're using the blocks, sit the toes up nice and high if you can, and bring your knees in nice and close. If you can't, just bring the legs out in front of you. Draw up nice and tall. We're going to inhale and exhale. Bring the left arm over your right leg and take the right arm behind your back. Just a small twist through the body. We're just nourishing through the internal organs here. So very, very good for your digestive system. If you'd like to see what I'm doing, I've got my hand just behind my back. Just allow yourself to drop the hands down. Take a beautiful inhale up, and we're going to exhale the other side. So as we walk through the ascending and descending colon here, we're allowing ourselves to replenish and get some nice blood flow through the blood. So detoxing the body and allowing all toxins to be gone and bringing back some fresh blood into our system as we ring and rinse. So spinal twists are always good for this, any twisting motion through the body. If you can, bring yourself to toes. You can always use the blocks if you like. Now you're using a lot of mental stability and clarity here to gain balance. Trying to do exactly the same thing. So we're drawing upon our focus, the strength of legs, drawing belly through the spine, always bringing breath awareness, concentrating on nothing but the movement, the flow. Bring yourself over the other side, stabilizing the body, stabilizing the mind, drawing upon your will and power by engaging belly through the spine, strength of body. Okay, so we're going to just allow ourselves to be seated again. If you're uncomfortable in coming into Malasana, which is with the legs nice and wide, you can be seated onto the blocks like I am now. It doesn't have to be two, it can be one, but we're trying to open up through the hips here. So either the two blocks or one block, whatever is comfortable. Bring your hands into prayer, Anjali Mudra, and push the hands into the legs, trying to open up through the hips. We're going to take our right arm down toward the ground and take our left arm back as far as we can, just gazing down at the floor. You have a little bit of resistance through that right arm. We're opening up through heart center, and our resistance is with the arm pushing against that right leg. Bring ourselves back, hands into prayer, feel resistance, open up through knees. Take left hand down to the ground and expansion again, this time taking the gaze up. You can look down at the ground and then start to bring your head back up, just feeling a little bit of a rotation through the neck. Be very, very cautious if you do have any problems with your neck. Use the intuitiveness of the body. Allow yourself to bring the legs back. We're just going to come into this without the blocks. Just moving the blocks aside. If you need to continue to use the blocks, do what you want to do and what feels best for you, but otherwise coming down into Malasana. Again, same thing. Drop your right arm and stretch out as far as you can. Lift your left arm as high as you can, opening the rotator cuff of the shoulder. Looking up if you can, feeling a nice stretch through the neck, some space through that heart center, and a nice stretch to those hips. Bring yourself back, nice inhale as you expand, exhale, breathe here. Feel an elongation through the arms, all the way from the fingers through to the other fingers. Breathe the body, concentrate on whether or not you're feeling anything in particular. Bring hands back, breathe. We're going to allow ourselves to come all the way down onto our bottoms now. We're going to start in Sukhasana and work our way through to a flow. If you need to, you can use the blocks under the knees if the knees are quite high, just if it's a little bit too much on the hips, completely up to you. Sitting in Sukhasana, bringing our hands into Gyan Mudra, which the fingertips touch the thumb and the pointer fingers. Bringing balance and calmness to the mind. Breathing space drawing ourselves from the outside world. Consciously being here in the present now. No tomorrow, no yesterday, just now. Feel the chest expand as you inhale, draw belly to breath. Exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you. Bring hands into Jali Mudra, push your thumbs into sternum. Nice inhale, draw those arms nice and tall, take your gaze up. You can close over the eyes, listen to the guidance of my voice. Take your head back as far as you feel comfortable. And then slowly start to bring the hands down, a little resistance into the hands. Drop your head down, compression of chin to chest, activating thyroid. Nice inhale, draw up nice and long. Feel the fingertips touching the elements of the body. Allowing yourself to focus on the entire movement and the combination of breath. Draw up nice and long again. Inhale, feel a lengthening through that throat chakra. Opening heart space, exhale back down. Draw belly through to spine, chin to chest, nose into fingers. Take the arms down to the side of the body, fingertips touch the ground. Draw your head a little bit closer to your chest, elongation through spine and neck. Inhale up. Allow yourself to breathe the body, slowly come down, chin to chest. Just allowing ourselves to open up through a different rotation of movement through the shoulders. Breathe the body, feel what's happening. All the way back up again, elongation through neck. And exhale back down. Nice compression, chin to chest. Stay, breathe. Slowly rotating the shoulders when you're ready. Just lifting your gaze to a neutral position. Feel the sit bones into the ground. You are earthing. Rolling back the other way. Full rotations of those shoulders, gaining a little bit of space. Take a block, take it over to one side. You don't have to use a block, but as we inhale, we lengthen the arm up. And as we exhale, we come down with that arm. Try and feel a nice lengthening through the side body. Looking up through the shoulder. You can close over the eyes again. Allow yourself to breathe the body. You feel a beautiful lengthening through the side body. Draw your hips down to the ground. This time I'll do it on the floor. Coming over, remembering you can use the blocks at all times or at any time you wish. Otherwise, just go with what you feel is good. Breathe the body, lengthening, looking up and through. Pushing right knee in toward the ground, so we're opening up through the hips and bring yourself back into neutral position. Just allowing our hands to come over to the tops of our knees. We're going to push our nose through. Draw up high through chest and through the throat, pushing hands into the knees, opening through the hips. Draw belly back through to spine, chin to chest. If you wish, you may need to use the blocks under you. I'm just going to put them flat into the ground for now. It just makes it a little easier for me. You may need 2 blocks. And just come down as far as you feel comfortable. Not a lot of people have a lot of movement in this range. So just draw yourself down and through and up as high as you can, then start to draw back. You're pulling into your legs. If you've got your legs high, you might find it a little bit hard to press into the knees, but if you can press into the knees, trying to open up through the hips, it'll be nice. So come to where you're capable of going. Inhale, expression through chest, lengthen your neck. Exhale, come back through. Rounding through your scapula so your shoulder blades are parting. Come back into your neutral position. Let us change those legs. We're going to draw the arms up exactly the same way as we did when we began. Inhale up, compression into the hands. Exhale, push those palms together, fingers into sternum, drop your head down, feeling a nice opening through your neck as you lengthen the spine. Inhale up. And exhale back down. You're creating a lot of space as we work through here. Try and release any tension that you may have in your hips. If you're clenching your jaw, you'll be holding tension in your hips, so be mindful that we release any tension that we have in our jaw. Let the hands come down to the ground. Fingertips touch. Inhale, draw up, side rotation. Exhale, float the arms back down. Draw your chin to chest as much as you can. Draw nice and tall through the spine. Inhale, back up. Feeling a nice sense of space, peace, flow, opening up through the body, through the mind. Inhale, float up. Exhale, float down. And again, moving through. Inhale, draw your chest, head up. Exhale, compress back. Feel an opening through those hips. Inhale, push forward. Coming all the way back, belly through the spine, round scapula, shoulders open. Let's come over to the side. Nice inhale, expression through side body. Just feel the difference to when you first came into this. Allow the hand to start to flow a little bit more. Come over to the other side. Inhale up. You don't need to use the blocks here. If you can bring the hands all the way down to the ground, use that. And just allow yourself to feel the space that you're creating. Again, inhale up. Look through the armpit, up toward the ceiling. And exhale. Nice inhale, back up. Use the breath. Open hips. And come back. Just taking the blocks behind us, we're going to draw ourselves around into just a wave-like motion. We inhale, bring the body forward. We exhale, draw up nice and tall. And inhale, bring the body forward. Remember, if you don't have the space to do this, just go as far as you feel comfortable. And if your legs are long in front because you find it uncomfortable to sit in Sukhasana, just allow yourself to sit wherever you're comfortable. If you're in a chair, you could still do the same thing. Just allow yourself to come forward a little bit. Start to compress into the ground. Come down as far as you feel comfortable, opening up and rounding back. Use the breath. Let us change back over the legs. Take the hands across, inhale across, exhale back up. Always getting to a point where we're connecting that earth element with our water element to provide us with a flow, that feeling of motion, that feeling of openness and lightness. Draw down and just draw yourself all the way back up. Taking the hands behind, push your chest forward, open up through the chest and the throat. Allow yourself to reach forward, roll the body down, take your chest down and bring yourself back. Take hands behind, feel the movement, inhale, expression through heart center. I'm just going to face the other way. You can stay where you are. Come forward and roll through the spine as you bring yourself back up. Hands behind, open heart center, lengthen neck. I'm going to bring the other foot in front and let us do this again. Inhale forward, exhale. Slowly inhale all the way back. Stay here, exhale, take a breath. Exhale this time as we come forward. Inhale up. Breathe the body. Feel the connection, drawing yourself onto your knees. We're now just going to come through our cat-cow, so start to claw the earth, feeling an opening through the scapula. Contraction of belly through the spine, so allowing yourself to breathe and connect that breath through the belly. You'll feel your tummy react when you push your palms into the ground. Let's inhale, draw our bottom high, tummy down to the ground. Exhale, belly through the spine, now chin to chest. Grow nice and tall, proud cat. Inhale, draw up nice and tall through the chest, neck, and exhale, come back. Pushing up through the arms, feeling a nice elongation, flowing back down. And coming back. Allow yourself to come into a neutral position with your spine. Just going to take an inhale, exhale, wag the tail, bring your side body over, right side first. Take an inhale and exhale, other side. Just nice compression into the side body as we work through the kidneys, the liver, spleen. Very nice for balancing hormones through our body. Coming back. Also activation of the muscles in the body. Roll the toes. We're going to feel a little compression as we draw the hips down and back, and then a little lightness through the wrists. Draw the body over a little bit further, trying to loosen up through the wrists and really stretch those toes. Bring hands as close as you can towards your knees. You're going to inhale, exhale, lift up. You're not quite in a downward facing dog position. We're just warming through here. We're very close, just as if you're a baby getting ready to push up. Knees are still bent, heels coming back toward the earth. And let us do that again. Just feeling a nice stretch through the back body. We're going to readjust ourselves. Bring our hands forward, back into a neutral position. Come into your cat-cow. Cow first, inhale, exhale, proud cat. Deep through the spine, open scapula. Inhale back. Feel that opening. Exhale. Let us bring ourselves into a neutral position. Tuck the toes. We're going to inhale and now push back into our downward facing dog. Drawing through nice and tall to a peak in the buttocks. Your chest comes down towards your knees and just start walking the legs. Come back all the way down. And nice stretch out in front of us. Now, if you're not comfortable doing downward facing dog, do extended puppy like this. Stay here. If you're comfortable in moving the arms forward, bring chest down. But this is just a different option to downward facing dog if you're not comfortable in lifting up through the arms and the legs. Otherwise, let us walk those feet. So just back and forward, paddling feet, lengthening through those legs. Bring your hands back. We're going to come into our little squat. Grab the blocks if you need to so that you can sit down. Otherwise, we're just going to roll up from here. We're coming high into the toes. Remembering, if you do need assistance, grab the blocks. You may just need a block underneath the feet for a little bit of extra support. Otherwise, you can take the block and you can sit on the block. Completely up to you. There's always options. You may even be a chair at this point. Some people might find it hard on their toes or their knees, so take your knees out if you do. Trying to lift nice and tall through the body. So let us just come back into the toes, start to roll back through the feet and lift nice and tall. We're slightly bent down through the legs, so let us just rotate those shoulders. Nice inhale, draw up nice and long. And let us bring our hands back down into heart center. So exactly what we did on the floor. So we're going to take arms wide, join palms together, looking up ahead, drop the head back and bring our hands down into heart center. Start to take the hands behind you, bend through the knees, and let us bring the chest forward, head back. Got a slight arch through the back. Going to exhale, bring the arms forward, open scapula, keep knees bent, chin to chest. Again, open up, interlace fingers if you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable in interlacing the fingers, grab a belt and just hold the belt behind the back as much as you can, bringing the fingers and hands closer to meet one another. There's always options, so at any time you need to pause the video, pause. Let us step to the side or to the front of our mat. We're going to take the toes and knees wide so that we can just do a little massage through our hips. So just a little hip tilts and then around through the hips. Start to come a little lower. Start to loosen up here and just have a little bit of fun with this. Bring yourself back. Little tilts to the hips. We're opening up through the hips, releasing any tension that we've got. So making sure we're relaxing the jaw. Even a little smile right now could be good. Back with the hips. Push forward, push back. We're just coming into a hip, 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 hip. Then you're going to push forward. You're working through building some strength through those quadriceps also. Back and forth. You're going to feel a little bit of strength through the tops of those legs. Belly through the spine. A little relax of the jaw, smile. Let us bring one leg in towards your chest. Hold it as close as you can. You may need to put your back against a wall to do this. Just allow yourself to come as close as you can. If you can't reach the knee, grab a belt, place it around the knee, bring it up as far as you can. This time, take the leg out to the side. We're really trying to warm up through the hips and releasing any tension through the groin. And this is going to really help when we come down into our toe squat and our Malasana, our wide-legged squat. Breathe the body. We are nearly there. Having a little fun, letting go through hips today. Bringing a little lightness into our day. Draw up nice and tall. Let us swan dive down, bend down through. Grab your blocks if you need a little bit of support to get you down into your toe squat. You may need to pick the blocks up, come nice and tall into the toes. Remembering if this isn't for you, place the blocks behind you and take a seat. Work with what you have. There are always options. If this is better for you, allow yourself to be nice and free. Take a deep breath in. If you can, stay on the toes. I'm just giving some options here. Bring the arms down. Bring the knees together. First one, draw up nice and tall. Allow the right arm to come back and draw your left over to your right knee. Little compression, hand behind back, opening. The next time we go through this, I'm going to take the blocks away and do this through the toes, but be mindful if you want to stay here with the blocks in front of you to do so. Feet can be flat or they can be with the toes in. So moving blocks away or just lifting high into the legs now. Find your stability, grounding, inhale up. If it's taking you a little bit more time to find that balance, just work with what you have. Twist the hand around as far as you can. Little compression of that right arm into left knee and twist back to look over. So we're opening up through the shoulder girdle here. We're compressing through our internal organs, so massaging ascending and descending colon. Detoxifying the body, getting rid of any blood cells that no longer serve us, and also emotional tension that no longer serves us. Use the blocks, allow yourself to roll the body. Just turning over so that you can see the option here. You can lift through the toes or have heels into the ground. Okay, roll the body all the way up. Release the shoulders. Rotation, bring yourself back. Draw up nice and tall. Find that space. Lift through toes. Only if you're comfortable here. We have the knees nice and close together, or you can take the legs wider. We're using the stability of mind, body, control of breath. Come all the way down. Now if that wasn't for you, make your way down in a comfortable position to what is comfortable for you. Bring the hands into heart center, balance. Draw up nice and tall. Allow yourself to open up, compress, and come around. Bring hands and back into heart center. Lift nice and tall. So really allowing ourselves to do a lot of work here. We're stabilizing through our toes, so we're getting a beautiful lengthening through the feet. We're twisting, which is massaging all internal organs. We have control on balance and strength, using our mind to bring awareness to the total body. Open up again, little rock through the hips, through the feet. And we're going to bring ourselves into Malasana. Come down to where you're comfortable. Grab the blocks, stack them if you need to, sit on the blocks. Two options, sitting on the blocks or take the blocks away. Hands into heart center. Let's use the blocks to begin with. Rotate your right arm out to the side. Lift nice and high through your left, looking down. Open heart space. Nice. Release through the groin, through the hips. Inhale, open. Take the gaze down. Lengthen through the chest. Lift that arm as high as you can, but keep it nice and open. And come back into heart center. Find that space, moving away from the blocks. Keep the blocks if you need them there. You may need to adjust the feet. You may even be rolled up onto the toes. If so, you can put a block underneath the heels again. Take a breath here. Use the length of the body. We're taking our gaze up this time as we inhale, open, exhale, and express. Dropping through those hips. Bring yourselves back. Just bring the blocks out in front of you. We're going to allow ourselves to use the resistance of the blocks or the ground to draw up nice and tall. Open up the feet a little wider. Draw your toes in slightly and allow yourself to come down as much as you feel comfortable. Just relaxing through here. We're trying to elongate the spine. This is very nice as an inversion. It's very nice for your complexion, for your central nervous system. Take the hands into the blocks. Inhale and lift. Try and stabilize the hips. We're not rotating through the hips in order to get the arm all the way around. We're stabilizing the hips. And then we're dropping down and lifting nice and tall, opening up through the torso. You'll find space on one side is different to the other. Pick up nice and long, inhale. Start to exhale back down. This time as you inhale, draw your right arm into the block nice and long. Exhale, twist torso and look up. My stacking of the shoulders is better on this side than what it is the other side. I've got a little bit more space happening here. And my hips are stabilized. Try and allow yourself to find that connection of twisting torso instead of hips. Take the toes out, knees out nice and wide. Come down low. Feel a connection. Use the blocks here. Take both blocks. Bring yourself down and up. You can use a chair if you like. That's what that was. Just pretending I'm using a chair. And breathe. Lovely strengthening through the legs. I'm just going to bring the blocks to the outside of me while we bring ourselves down into our high lunge. Drop the knee to the ground if you wish. Let us work with our knee into the ground because we're going to start opening up through the hip. We're moving backwards and forwards, and then I'm just going to rotate from side to side. Move your knees and legs around wherever you feel comfortable. You can take the blocks with you if you need to, but just really try and create some space through your hip flexor. Lengthening the leg, just moving around from side to side. Just enjoy the space that you're creating here as you open up through the hips. Breathe the body. You can use the blocks for stability if you wish. Even take your hands down and just feel the opening. I love this. This is great for pregnant women. Builds some strength and opens nice. Bring the blocks back. Let's lift nice and tall in the body. Drop the hip down. Open heart center. Look up ahead. Let us change the legs. Little stretch into Malasana. We're going to bring the other leg forward. Draw your right leg forward. Lift high first. Double check your knees in line with your ankle. Drop down through the hip, lengthening nice and tall into chest. Let us drop that knee down. Start to move backwards and forwards, rotations. Just find every avenue. Take the leg out to the side, bring yourself over. And just really express, how does it feel? What's going on? Where can I open up? Where can I get a stretch? Release any tension that you're holding in your jaw. Work with what you have. Feels nice to open up. Use the floor. Earth yourself. Use the breath. Hold if you're feeling a lot of tension in a specific area. And let's bring those blocks back to the side. You can use the hands to earth if you can. Drop nice and long. Feel yourself open through heart center, even more, lengthening through back leg. Knees stacked over ankle. Drop back down. Just lengthening back into Malasana, fingers into the earth or blocks, lifting the wrists up. Let us inhale, draw up nice and tall. We're going to exhale, draw arms side of the body, stay in a plank position, nice and firm. Start to come back. Feel a lengthening through the thighs. Bring yourself back up. Come all the way up into cat-cow. This is our cat. The other one was cow. Feel a nice lengthening. Push back into Malasana. Use the breath. Inhale up. Expression of arms, lightness. Let us exhale. Bring those hands down. Plank the body. Start to bring yourself back as far as you can. Inhale. Exhale forward. Let us move through into our cow. Drop belly down, bottom high, chest lifts. Exhale, belly through to spine. This time we're going to push out, come into extended puppy. Just finishing off the series. Opening heart center. You've done some amazing work in opening up through the chest and the hips today. Releasing any emotional stress that we may have had in the body and in the mind. Connecting with our heart, that space of purity and love, peace. Roll through the shoulders and coming back. Bringing ourselves onto our bottom, we're going to slowly roll back. Just finishing up with a couple of stretches. Lift your arms up over your head. Feel a beautiful elongation through the entire body. Draw your right and left knee in towards your chest, a little rock from side to side. Feeling a firmness of the spine into the ground, your chin to chest. Just moving the blocks away from you now. Take the arms nice and wide, and let's just finish with a twist, a spinal twist. So we take the legs to the left on an exhale. Take your head to the opposite side. Breathe the body here. Allow yourself to open up. Release the tension that you may be holding through the shoulders. So every exhale, concentrate on letting go. Bring knees back up and exhale over to the other side. Let go of anything that no longer serves you. Breathe the body. Shoulders relaxed. Enjoy this space. Bring the legs back up. Draw your feet in, draw the knees away. Draw your head up to meet your feet. Nice opening. Let us lengthen all the way down. Beautiful torso stretch. Entire body. Bring feet up. We're going to place the heels together, the feet together, rest in Malasana. Well, you've got your feet in Baddha Konasana. If you're comfortable in staying here, you can put some blocks under your hips or under the thighs if you wish. Just placing the hands over the outside of the groin so that you can feel the hips. And just add a little pressure there as we push into a couple of meridians here. It just helps to release any stress or tension. If you're comfortable, stay here for a little bit, just releasing and relaxing, opening through. If you're happy to take those blocks away, take the blocks away, you don't need them. And after a couple of breaths, rest back into Shavasana.